Hi, Sir Jim. Good afternoon or good evening, sir.
How you doing?
I'm fine, sir. How about you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's My name is Rick, and I'm from the Philippines, and I work for a TV station that shows the UFC every Sunday. It's Sunday in Manila, and I used to live in New Jersey, sir, Jersey City, but before
Oh
moving,
yeah.
yes, sir. I love the state. I love the
Nice.
Garden
Yeah.
State. Anyway, it's an honor to be able to interview you. I just have a few questions, and I've
Sure.
been I've put in this request for quite some time. The UFC only granted it today. My first question, sir. You 15 years, am I right? 15 years in the UFC and being part of
Yep.
the 30th anniversary celebrations. Your thought about being a
Mhm.
part of that, sir?
It's amazing to be a part of it. It's been a long road, And thinking back, through some of the fights, and how much has changed since 2008. Um, it's amazing how far the sport has come, and I'm glad to still be a part of it today.
I don't want to jump the gun in anything, right? But you're going to make the Hall of Fame, and it's an incredible, that's an incredible body of work that you put together. I forgive me. It's just I honestly believe you'll make the Hall of Fame and all that. You've never dodged a fighter, and you fought a lot of guys, man.
Mhm.
And what keeps you going, sir?
The challenge, honestly. I look at every opponent as a new skill set, a new challenge in front of me, a new puzzle. You know, so I've never really cared about, like I said, who's in front of me. Uh, I'd like to fight everybody if I could, if I had the chance. So yeah, it's a very demanding sport, and a very there is a little bit of risk involved, but it's a really amazing uh, it's a really amazing experience to be inside the octagon, and when everything comes together, and when all the training lines up and you're performing well, and you're in these great fights. It's a feeling like no other.
Speaking of being inside the octagon, this will be your 41st fight. Am I correct, sir?
Mhm. Yes, correct.
Is it for some? It's that's a lot. For some, it's just a number.
Mhm.
It's just that they're driven by the challenge. And what's in your bucket list aside from obviously winning a championship? What's in your bucket list, sir?
Yeah, like it would have been amazing to have my opportunity at the title when I was ranked higher. Um, you know, uh, but like my goal is always to kind of just get the most out of myself. So
Right.
like that's really kind of my the only thing in my bucket, when it comes to MMA, is just having that perfect fight. Um, like 40 UFC fights, and I still don't feel like I've had that perfect one. I've gone out and I've dominated people and put them away quickly, and there's still always something. I'm always super critical of myself, wins and losses. The guy that I look at in the mirror, he uh he is the absolute like hardest on me that anybody could be. So that's really always my goal, is just to go out and to have that perfect fight. And I don't think I'll ever get it, and that's the fun of it, being able to chase it. So um, that's really all I want, is
I
to,
love your
to be satisfied. But I know I'll never be satisfied.
I love your modesty, sir. Before you came into the Zoom meeting, I was just talking to Oveen St. Pro, and he was saying that you were able to talk the last 2 days, and he asked you how many fights he got. And he said this will be your 41st, and he said like, okay, he's been in the UFC for 10 years, and he said Jim's been there forever, man. He goes like that. um, but you've seen it all. You've been through win streaks,
Mhm.
you've been through losing streaks, you've had your ups and downs. Now, the 30th year, I still think you have a shot, to be honest with you. I'm not pulling your leg or anything about this, but I do think you still have a shot. It's just how far you were able to go.
Mhm.
And And having said that, your thoughts about this upcoming fight against this guy, Alexander, you know?
Yeah, Alex he's tough and he's dangerous, and that's a UFC fight. There are no easy fights. There are no pushovers in this game. This is the pinnacle of the sport. Um, I've seen him fight a few times. I've watched some film on him. And I like the fight. I feel like we match up pretty well, and I feel like I've got some advantages, and I feel like he could, put on a really good fight. He's not a pushover. So it's gonna be a heck of a fight. Um, yeah, and honestly, like there's always this thing that like we're supposed to dislike each other and stuff like that. I'm super appreciative that the guy took the fight on less than 2 weeks notice. I can't fight by myself. Nobody's gonna pay to see me just stand in the octagon, walk in, and get my arm raised. So I need a dance partner, and I'm super happy that he was willing to take the fight on such short notice. It's not an easy thing to do.
The older you get, does the fight change for you? Does it become more mental? Does it become more tactical for you, sir?
Yeah, it has. The level of experience I have, it's a weapon. It's a tool that I'm able to use. I've seen just about everything, inside the cage, and I have fought like every body type, every style. Um, so while I get nervous about the unknown, like warming up for a fight and stuff like that, um, there's a level of comfort once I put my feet onto that canvas that I've fought the best strikers ever at lightweight. I've fought some of the best grapplers ever at lightweight. Like so it's that makes me a lot more comfortable, and being comfortable makes you a lot more dangerous. So yeah, it changes, and as I've aged and as I've gotten more experience, not only the way that I train has changed, but yeah, the way that I fight. Like I said, I've been through it all. I've seen it all. So there's really nothing he can throw at me that's new. This nose has been punched plenty of times. So it's it's yeah, it's all just a day at work when I'm in there.
Right, right. I'm gonna ask you to do two more things, sir. The second to
Sure.
the last is just a happy 30th anniversary UFC, because we're doing all the UFC fighters we have been interviewing lately. We asked them to do that. Can you do that? Well, let me fix this
Sure.
first. Hold on a second. Here we go, sir. Can you kindly say that, sir?
Sure. Happy 30th anniversary, UFC.
Okay. The last one I like. Just say hi. I'm Jim Miller. You're watching the call out the Filipino fans to come and support you. You'd be surprised, and there are a lot of fans over here, especially of yourself. Should you ever find yourself in our country, please let us know. We'd be glad to take you around. It would
Oh,
be an
thank you.
honor. A lot of the UFC fighters come over, and
Yeah.
we do show them around. We bring them to the beaches and stuff. Anyway, sir, just kindly just say hi. I'm Jim Miller, and to all the Filipino fans, come and watch me this Sunday, because it's going to be a Sunday in Manila
Okay.
for the fight. There you go, sir.
Hi, I'm Jim Miller. Thank you to all the UFC fans in the Philippines. Come watch me this Sunday.
All right, sir. Wonderful. Last thing, do you mind if I get a picture with you, even if it's
Not
virtual?
all. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Here we go, sir. Hold on a second. Here we go. There we go. From one Jersey person to another, good luck, sir. Get a win, sir. Get a win.
Thank you. Thank you very
Rooting for you.
much. Have a good one.
Bye, sir. Have a good day.
Bye.